December's almost over. Again! It takes so damn long to get back here that I don't know if I can take it again. Something has to help me get through this, and at this point, since I can't take alcohol, I'll take whatever I can get. F it, why not? The Ginger Dead Man, starring Gary Busey. Yeah, these are two things that I never thought would be in the same sentence together, but here we are. The Ginger Dead Man falls into the strangely popular genre of murderous holiday icons, including Leprechaun, Turkey, and now the Ginger Dead Man. Funny enough, the Ginger Dead Man was so popular that he got 3 sequels. Of all the things I thought the Ginger Dead Man would tackle in a sequel, religion was not one of them. Ginger Dead Man 2: Passion of the Crust. I think that speaks for itself. That was followed up by Ginger Dead Man 3: Saturday Night Cleaver. What were they doing while making these? And finally, we have Ginger Dead Man vs. Evil Bong. Oh, that explains it. All of these films were made by Full Moon Entertainment. Founded in 1988 by Charles Band, their goal was to make low-budget movies with big-budget looks. They got one of those things right. Their first release, Puppet Master, in 1989 was a big success, and from there, they released countless more films over the years. They're well known for making cheap, schlocky, B-grade horror movies like Evil Bong, Demonic Toys, but are most well known for their Puppet Master series. The creator of Full Moon himself, Charles Band, came to bless us with his vision by directing the Ginger Dead Man himself. Now let us start the countdown to Ginger Dead Man vs. Evil Bong by watching the one that started it all. The movie opens with a murder. Millard Fiendelmeyer, yes, that is actually his name, is robbing a diner, but the father of this family loves small businesses and decides to stop him with a switchblade and a handful of blood squibs. You know, to give the special effects team a hand for when he gets shot. And then he gets shot and dies.
There's somebody in here. I smell something in the air. It smells feminine.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me that these guys were hidden the whole time? That these guys were out of sight, and he didn't know they were here until Daddy McGee over here decided he wanted to defend this store's honor. And he still doesn't see them? Now the brother decides to try diplomacy over violence and attempts to talk him down.
Put your gun down, please.
You sound like a sissy boy.
Put your gun down, please.
Now you're sounding like my high school principal.
He ends up putting the gun down, but you know, Millard's crazy. He's robbing a diner, so he just shanks him instead.
Kitty?
Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty. Here, kitty. Here, kitty. Get
Kitty, kitty.
Ah, the good old-fashioned kitty hostage call. Works every time. Millard debates letting her go, but damn it, he's a completionist and he has to finish his family murder set. And so he shoots her. Sarah, however, survives. Millard is arrested and sentenced to death, while Sarah goes back to working at a bakery, but she takes time to remember her fallen family.
Whoever you are up there, I hope they have strippers and Lone Star.
How is it that heaven can throw a wilder party than me? And apparently Dad can go himself. Sarah then gets a delivery of Grandma's gingerbread seasoning in a back alley from a mysterious hooded figure. Naturally, she takes the strange package and makes cookies with it. Food safety be damned. Then the best character of the film makes his grand entrance into the movie. This is Brick, a fellow contributor to the economy, and his gimmick is that he wants to be known for violence.
A mosh pit of tag team damage and body slammage. And in this corner, straight from Hell's Kitchen, the Butcher Baker.
I love this guy. So the Butcher Baker. God, that feels stupid. Brick helps Sarah make cookies, and then he cuts himself. Wait a minute. Oh, he did not get cut. What the hell is this movie going on about? Not only that, but he decides these cookies need a little bit of special sauce, and he bleeds right into the mix. They don't seem to mind, though.
The Butcher Baker needs no doctor. He can always take the heat.
That being said, the Butcher Baker would like some help sealing the scene because it's a gusher! Sarah heads out and her coworker Julia tells her about how Millard was killed 2 days ago and his ashes were sent to his mother in Coonsboro. Oh my god!
It also says here that after they fried him in the chair, they cremated him and sent his ashes to his mother in Coonsboro. How sick is that?
Yeah, how dare they? That dust was a murderer! Brick fixes up his wounds and prepares some cookies with the Busey ashes with just a hint of blood. Meanwhile, Sarah's alcoholic mother is casually taking pot shots at the competition. Like, seriously, who gave Mom a gun? Sarah stops her and doesn't even care about the loaded gun. While her mom complains about how the other store is trying to come in and run them out of business, all while Sarah's going, yeah, that's nice, Mom, but what about the buckshot that just hit 4 people?
What the hell did you do to my banner? I thought we were going to handle this like adults, like business people. And there is no call for wanton destructiveness and vandalism.
Pay for the banner.
You're damn straight.
Yeah. Y'all better fix that banner over there and those buckshot holes, otherwise there will be hell to pay. He's trying to get them to leave and offers them $50,000 to giddy up on out of there. All while his daughter Lorna, Miss Pretty Face of Waco, is bragging about how many children's beauty pageants she's won. Sarah tells him to f*** off and she heads back in to make the cutest little eatable murderer. She puts him in the oven and Lorna stops by for some casual sabotage. They fight for a bit and eventually they cause a freak electrical accident that brings Millard back to life. Man, Gary has so many convoluted things needed to bring him back into the movie. First it was his ashes, then it was his mother who's a witch or something, then blood got in his mix, and now it's an electrical accident? Next thing you know, they'll tell me they built the store on top of an ancient Indian burial ground or they bought a cursed oven or something. Some guy named Amos walks in and the ginger dead man sneaks in for his grand entrance.
On the contrary, I baked up just fine.
And so, the ginger dead man is finally here, and well, it's not great, but it could be worse. A whole lot worse.
The hell is that?
Well, it sure ain't the Pillsbury f***ing dope boy.
They try to comprehend what the hell just happened, and Amos is losing his f***ing mind.
Wait. Are you telling me that thing is a cookie you were baking? That's crazy. Crazy. Okay, do you have a magic oven? All right, look, I'll admit. Okay, when this first happened, I was a little spooked for like a second. But it's a gag.
That's crazy! The 1-foot-tall joke-making murder machine can't be a cookie. I eat cookies for breakfast, and they don't murder me. He thinks it's Brick pranking them, but I'm sorry, bless Brick's heart, but yeah, he's taken a bit too many punches to the face to be able to pull this off. They decide to stay to try and catch it to make money. Strangely enough, that's not the dumbest excuse I've ever heard for a movie to keep going, but it's definitely up there. They try to catch him and corner him in the freezer, but he gets away through a hole in the freezer? I don't know how else he would have been able to get out of there. Lorna calls her daddy because, you know, I don't actually know why. Lorna, any thoughts?
Shut your pie hole.
Lovely. Sarah's mom ends up finding the ginger dead man first, however, and yes, thank you, Mom, for the constant reminder that her dad and brother are indeed dead. She decides that I'm gonna finger that. Even though he looks fucking disgusting and keeps going on with his stupid-ass evil laugh of his. She leans in for the poke and she gets her finger cut off. The ginger dead man reveals to her that he's Millard, and then scurries away as Julia comes in. And I love her reaction to seeing Sarah's mom bleeding out in a laundry cart. She's just like, oh god damn it, what did you get yourself into this time? Completely disregarding the blood everywhere.
What are you doing sneaking out the back door without me knowing? Sarah told me to keep an eye on you. I can't let her down.
She tells Julia that she was attacked by a gingerbread man. And she's like, a gingerbread man? What the hell have you been drinking? I'm sorry, I can't keep calling him Millard. It just doesn't feel right. It just feels so f***ing stupid. So I'm just gonna call him Gary. So Gary knocks her out, and thankfully she didn't have to hear the following joke, if I can even call it that.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Gary, you're slacking on us. You know you could have done better than that. At least she can say, I almost got killed by a cookie. Amos runs out to get a gun while Gary cuts the power. Sarah and Amos go to investigate and keep an eye out for Gary.
I wish you put that kind away. Thanks. It just makes me nervous looking at those things.
They make you uncomfortable? You were using one as a walking cane earlier! They end up flirting for a few minutes, so let's fast forward past that. And now Dean is back on the scene. He's looking for Lorna until Gary manages to start the car, and that's cute. He's using a rolling pin to reach the pedals. That's adorable. He then manages to kill Dean with the power of stock sound effects. Sarah and Amos fail to fix the generator and meet back up with Lorna. They fight, Sarah calls Lorna a bitch. Thank you! Until they find a trail of blood. They follow it to the freezer where Lorna says dying is for losers and walks off to find her dad. Sarah and Amos walk into the freezer to find Julia naked because I guess someone had to match Gary's whole pastry aesthetic. Lorna finds her dad and is absolutely crushed by her dad's death. Not as much as he is! She casually steals his shit and runs off. Sarah and Amos get Julia out of the freezer, and Sarah figures out that Gary is the Ginger Dead Man. She explains all this to Amos, and he takes it pretty well.
The guy that killed Jeremy and your daddy has come back from the dead to get revenge on you inside a cookie.
DIY Dr. Sarah over here treats Julia's wounds because she went to night school. Hey, I played Christmas Doctor. I think I know what I'm talking about. Like, did you have to give the Grinch a sponge bath? Yeah, didn't think so.
How about a facial?
Okay? You call this okay? I am Miss Pretty Face of Waco. I was Miss Pretty Face of Waco. Now I'm nothing but a freak.
Lorna, don't look that bad.
Well, that's easy for you to say. You're ugly.
To you, Amos. To her, that's a death sentence. Meanwhile, Gary's getting pissed at a rat for eating his brethren. Lorna tries to leave them for dead and... Come on, Gary. Nothing comes to mind while killing her? Turkey's beating you. That's a pretty low bar. Well, you know what I gotta do now. Nice to see it too! That throw was really on point! She really wasn't the sharpest tool in the drawer, eh? Sarah tries to draw him out and they take turns blowing raspberries at each other until she finds her mom's finger.
Where is
She heads into the oven to find her passed out mom, but turns out it's a trap. Because Gary locks her in the oven and knocks out Amos. Luckily, Amos was always a light sleeper. He manages to shoot the lock off the oven. Then he remembers, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be asleep. It passes back out. Sarah then crawls Amos, who's awake again. Make up your damn mind! Unfortunately, Gary's got a gun. But suddenly, Brick shows up and realizes, oh shit, it's Gary Busey. I f***ing hated Dr. Dolittle 3. Prepare for battle!
Now it's time to meet your maker. Prepare to face the Butcher Baker. For tonight, your ass is toast.
Except, you know, Gary still has a gun. Apparently, Gary used the infinite ammo cheat because he just won't stop shooting! And he still doesn't manage to hit anyone. How is the best shot here the alcoholic mom? Julia thwacks him and Brick goes in for the kill. Wait, Brick, what are you doing? Oh my god! Oh god, Brick, why? I guess it's not cannibalism because he's a cookie? But why the f*** does he have human blood anyways?
Got milk?
Was the joke really worth it, guys?
Save room for dessert, cause I'm coming back for you.
So while Mom is bleeding out over here, they took the time to get Brick some milk. I mean, I do things just for the joke. For example, I spent an obscene amount of money on a VHS. And I don't have a VHS player to play it on. Some may call it a waste, but I call it a fun investment. They get Mom ready to go to a hospital, but because Brick decided he was hungry and just had to eat Gary, now he has Gary inside of him. He licks Sarah until Amos pulls him off with a sick joke.
Not today, cookie ass.
We go back and forth exchanging puns until Sarah's decided, F Gary, this movie's running on too long, and pushes him into the oven to die. And down goes Brick as well. He just had the unfortunate idea of eating a f***ing killer gingerbread man. Later on, Sarah's hosting a bake sale where, wouldn't you know it, we now have a bunch of little Garys running around to cause havoc in the sequel. Probably. Maybe. Definitely not, no. Well, I can officially say that I've watched 2 movies about talking killer pastries. I know, but what an illustrious honor. The movie is all over the place. It's bad, no doubt about it. I mean, with the cover like this, what did you expect? The film is stupid, but it's at least fun to watch. God bless Gary Busey. This movie does not deserve to have him, but he at least looks like he's having fun for the 5 minutes he's on screen. However, it does have some parts that go on and on with not much interesting happening, and the majority of the characters I can find in my local Hallmark movie. Even then, The Ginger Dead Man is a fun watch. It'll never be a classic or a must-watch or anything, but if you got time to kill and want to watch a dumb Christmas horror movie, well, at least you got 3 more to go. Alright, that's 1 down, and next up in the series is Passion of the Crust. Oh my god. The Ginger Dead Man is Jesus?